Hello, folks. Been a while since I've been on here doing a stream, but back tonight with one of my favorite cars at one of my favorite tracks. It's the Delara LMP2 at Belle Isle. Got a chance to run one of these races earlier today. It was a lot of fun. I think we're probably going to have a pretty good race today as well. Let's see how we did in terms of spread on. Let's see how we did in terms of spread on the in terms of people in the race. Yeah, so we middle of the road in terms of the people who are in this one. Hopefully this one should be pretty fun. Always love going to Belle Isle and having to wrestle the car. Well, both wrestle the car around this track with how bumpy it is, and then also be very finesseful, if that's even a word. So, but yeah, with that, hop in, get to qualifying, and we'll see how this one goes.
Green flag, green flag.
Probably scratch the paint there a little bit.
Here comes your first time lap.
I really need to turn on the steering wheel animation so you can see how much I'm twitching here. Not a great run out of that final corner. We'll see how that lap is anyways.
1 minute 20.83.
I'll take a high 20. That's not a bad lap. I haven't seen anybody crack the 19 so far, so. And I picked up a 0x there, so this lap's going to be just over 2/10 faster, but it's not going to count. See what it ends up being.
There's the flag. It's over.
I didn't even show it. Either way, I'm only a 10th off the pole pace, at least so far, so. Go ahead and end this qualifying run. Let's update our graphics here so that... There we go. Now when I'm actually trying to catch the car as I'm coming out of corners, you guys on the video feed will be able to see that the steering wheel jerk back and forth and see the tiny counter corrections and counter steers and everything that goes along with it. See how let's watch this lap. I can obviously tell that I'm not maximizing how much track I'm using on corner exit, but it's a street course. Trying to maximize your line on corner exit is always risky at a street course because of those concrete walls there. Yeah, and that's that. It's time to grid up and race. What did I end up qualifying here? Second and 3/10 faster than the person behind me. I have been starting from the pits in these races because I've been focusing a lot more on my, trying to focus more on my safety rating than on my iRating. But I think for this one, since we're live and since I've qualified so high, I'm going to actually start this one. And we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't end in flames pretty early on.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the left side. Closed. Pit road is closed.
Good luck, everyone.
Very good. Have fun.
Nice pole lap too, by the way.
About to go green. Stay focused. Post car is off. Green, green, green. Pit road's open.
Good clean start.
You gotta brake for that car, Jose.
I know, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Left side.
How I saved that one, I'm not quite sure.
1 minute 26.615.
The curbing here is killer.
One minute 22.262.
I think the car behind me just ate the wall pretty good coming out of that corner. If anyone's wondering where this track is, Belle Isle is an island in the middle of the Detroit River, and this is a temporary race course that's built on that island. Open up a bit of a gap behind now.
One minute 21.79.
Oh man, that's my bad, Michael. I'm sorry.
So much weight, guys. Oh. You're killing other guys' license.
1 minute 21.395.
Yeah, again, sorry about that, Michael. I thought you had already gone past. Looked at the wrong number on the relative.
That you don't have to look at the relative, that you have to know that I'm in back of you. Because you have overtaken me 4 corners before. Lul.
You might have one screen, that's why.
I do.
This is a good lap. At least for race pace it is.
1 minute 20.991.
Looks like the gap ahead has stabilized a bit. The leader is just taking off and leaving everyone though. I'm pushing the tires a bit harder in this race than I did earlier. I normally like to save them so that they don't fall off towards the end of the race.
1 minute 21.113.
But the way this race is going, I've already got a 0.6 second lead on the next car behind. Even if the tires do fall off, I'm not really worried about losing another position. This is another good lap.
One minute 20.898.
Yes, that counter steer coming over that bridge is actually as scary as it looks. So I talked about trying not to burn my tires off. There's a couple things that I do to know if I'm burning tires too much, and it involves the couple of sensors that I have in the car. And when I get to somewhere a little bit straighter, I'll try to explain them to you. So I have a sim rig that is playing the vibrations, or the simulated vibrations of the road suspension, actually through the chair that I'm sitting in. So there are certain vibrations I can look for that I know those indicate that my front and my rear tires are sliding.
1 minute.
The more my tires slide,
942.
the more they wear. Just normal physics or mechanical engineering, whatever you want to call it. Try to get around this guy before I talk too much more.
Go left.
That made it a little bit easier. The other sense that I rely on really heavily for managing tire wear is the sense of hearing. So there's a couple things that I can hear that will keep me into what is happening with the tires. There is some noise, well, obviously it's noise if I'm hearing it, but there is some actual tire noise that gets played through the headset that I'm using. And I guess at this point I've just trained myself to listen to it, and I kind of know where it is. I know what part of the spectrum to listen for to hear it. And probably too, combined with what I'm hearing and what it puts.
Blue flag you? You just heard my call.
Yeah, long story short, there are certain sounds that indicate that the tires are slipping. It's just so like there are certain vibrations that get played into my seat that indicate that. And then based on what I'm doing with my right foot, my left foot, and my hands, my steering and throttle and inputs and whatnot, I can extrapolate what tires that sound is coming from, whether it's coming from the fronts or the rears.
1 minute 21.583.
The other thing I listen for as well is the chirping noise of the engine. So the engine makes a pretty unique sound. Well, I say pretty unique, but it's really just it's over rev. And you can tell when the engine's on the limit. And whenever that happens, I know the rear tires are spinning. And if the rear tires are spinning, that means more of their surface rubber is getting burned off. So obviously, once again, not a good thing for tire wear. There's a bit of chirping just then, actually.
One minute 20.755.
And there's a pretty consistent amount of chirping every time we hit that bump on the bridge that just came over as well. Deviations in steering also affect how the tires are wearing. So if the car is oversteering, if the rear is trying to come around, then it's going to wear the rear tires more. If it's understeering at the at the nose of the car is refusing to turn, that means it's going to wear out the front of the tires a bit more. Couple more laps here.
1 minute 20.894. That car is a lap down. Right side, you got a slow car on the right. Clear on the right. That car is a lap down. Go left.
Yeah, so tire wear. I can know if I'm punishing my tires, wearing them out too much based on the sounds I hear from the engine, the feedback I feel in my butt. And I know I can minimize tire wear by minimizing certain sounds and certain or changing my driving style in such a way that it minimizes certain sounds and certain vibrations that I'm feeling.
One minute 21.653.
I think we'll get 2 more laps. That was my first, I guess it's kind of an incident point. It was a 0X. First contact I've made all race. Just scratched the paint.
Last lap.
Alright, last lap.
1 minute 21.54.
I'm not going to try to make this one a screaming fast, but I do want to see if I can manage to hit every apex. Hit that one a little bit too hard. That one's solid. A little bit early. Good car placement through that corner, but I didn't carry enough speed, really. Missed that one. Good there. Good there. This one I have no idea where the apex is. That was about as good as you want it to be. Or as close as you want it to be. Good there too. One more. A little bit of a scrape on the exit. Alright, that is P3. Hey, good race, guys.
Alright, there's the checkered flag. Nice run. Solid
Nice
work.
win. Alright. Let's see here. Let's watch that race start. Back it up here a little bit. So leader got a little bit of an early jump, caught me off guard. Thankfully I was able to hold off these two guys behind me going into 2 and 3. Or 1 and 2, sorry. It's so crazy just to watch these cars, even on the replay here. You can watch to see how much they're bouncing around on this rough surface. A little bit wide there on turn 3. Everyone's tires were cold here, so everyone's kind of lighting it up on trying to get the power down. And this is really probably the one big mistake that I made all race, is had to have that massive save there. And somehow I only lost 1 position to it. no idea why the guy in fourth was flashing his lights at me. And that's basically how it finished. See, so yeah, I love Belle Isle. It's such a fun track to drive. It's such a challenging track to drive, and so rewarding when you do get it right. So appreciate anybody who happened to tune in. This was just a short 20-minute sprint race to, I guess, for me to be lost.